Hey folks, welcome back to another round of AssettoCorsa. We're going to be jumping into Valtteri Bottas' winning car to do a little bit of a review on two things. Number one, the ACFL 2019 Formula One mod, and two, the Australian Grand Prix that took place at Melbourne over the weekend. So here we go. Alright folks, here we are. AssettoCorsa ACFL F1 2019 mod at Albert Park, and we're going to honor Valtteri Bottas in what was a very well driven race on his part. We're also going to try not to crash and wreck ourselves or anybody else on lap 1. That's important. So I'm going to review this car and review this mod in this video, and I'm going to talk about the opening round of the 2019 F1 season as these two crazies up here in front of me just bounce around like they're going to crash each other. Got a pretty decent run here. I think it's going to come down to braking. And we got it. We got it. Okay, so this mod looks great. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you have to give credit where credit is due. These guys do a great job at taking what we see during testing and turning around and putting it into the mod by the start of the season. So they've done an excellent job there with that. And visually, this mod is wonderful. I almost want to say perfect. It's pretty darn good. It drives really well too. It's balanced and it feels planted, and it's consistent. And those are all really big and important parts of a good mod. You got to be able to play it, and you've got to be able to play it consistently and not have to worry about things being all crazy, if that makes any sense. The handling is very nice as well. Like I said, it's balanced, and the setups and the tuning are great too. I have also noticed a difference in 8th gear. Last year, it seemed like you never could really get to a straightaway long enough to need 8th gear. You never really got into the optimal range of RPM in 8th gear. It just felt like it was way too tall. Even at Monza, 8th gear just felt like it was crazy, like it was not necessary a lot of the time. And this feels better. This feels a whole lot better. And that's where I'm going to kind of leave it for now, because this isn't a super long video, and I've only got a few laps left to talk about the actual race itself. So, Albert Park, it's not an easy place to pass, and there wasn't a whole lot of passing. There was a bit, about what we come to expect. And I think that the big issue is the drama was more about Valtteri winning, and whether or not the other teams are even going to be in the ballpark for challenging. As we almost run out of our juice here. Oh yeah, we got him. So, did Valtteri get to the point where he is just saying, you know what, I'm at the Nico Rosberg moment in my life, and I'm not really here to play second fiddle, and I'm not going to play second fiddle? Or was it really all about the floor damage that Lewis Hamilton had? Again, I don't really know enough. To say yes or no either way. And it's just so early in the season that any kind of, conclusions that we arrive at have to be taken with a grain of salt. Because it's a long season and anything can happen and anything can change. Though I must say that it looks like Mercedes are just picking up where they left off. It looks like they're the team to beat again. So are we going to see a battle with, are we going to see a battle between Valtteri and Lewis? If so, that has the potential to be pretty dramatic if it plays out like the battle between Lewis and Nico did a few years ago. The other point is, have Daniel Ricciardo and Red Bull made, essentially a mistake in parting ways? Does Red Bull have the driver lineup to really be up there and push for the Constructors' Championship? Again, this is an overreaction because that's basically what we have at this point in time in the season, but it looks like Red Bull are going to have a tough time being in the hunt for the Constructors' Championship. Nobody's worried about Max. The question marks are around Pierre Gasly. And it could be that he's just getting used to a new team and a new team is getting used to his driving. Only time will tell. As far as Daniel Ricciardo goes with that, I really hope Renault are going to be competitive. I don't want to see them, oh boy, going out there and, being 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I want to see them up there challenging for podiums. I really do. And I hope for Daniel's sake that it happens. Because he absolutely deserves it after all of the bad luck that he's had. And, that only continued in the opening round. And to my last point for this short video, Ferrari. Where do Ferrari stand? Again, oversimplification. I'm going to try to time this well and go where he doesn't go so that I don't end up smashing into him. Are Ferrari not making the most out of a really good car, or is their car just not as great as we all thought it was? They were just off all weekend. And with that statement, I asked the question, what's worse? Having a really bad car but getting a lot out of it because you have a good team and you have good strategists, or having a really good car and not getting a lot out of it? So, do Ferrari really have a fast car that they're just not hooking up? Or do they have a car that's not as fast as we all thought? And these are all questions. I always do that. That will have to be answered. So, lost the podium in the last turn, like a fool. Alright folks, so I'm going to continue work on my driving, and until then, I hope you are well. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and take it easy.